All right, now that we have a spaceship that can fly and bounce off walls and you can control the rotation of using the arrow keys, we need to do something else because otherwise it's just boring if the spaceship just flies around and you can spin it around. So the next step is to make a spaceship that will have a bit of a boost. If you remember when you were creating the sprite for the spaceship, there was also a flying spaceship, so this one will look like it has sort of flames coming out and it's going a little bit faster. So the first thing we need to do is create another sprite strip. So we're going to create a sprite. This one's going to be sprite spaceship, and I'll call this one fly, not flew but fly. And since it's created from a strip, we'll have to go into the edit sprite first and then file, create from strip. Select the spaceship fly. It also has 36 different frames to it. So it matches basically the still one, except for that you notice that it has little booster flames coming out of it. So the number of images is 36. There are 36 in the row, and the size of each one is 100 by 100. And if we look at the preview, we can see what it will do. And remember, 36 equates to having one different frame for each 10 degrees of rotation of a circle. We can't forget also to center the point of origin, just because we want it to rotate around the center and not around the top corner. And also when we shoot the bullets, we'll want it to look like it's coming out of the center of the spaceship and not the top corner, because that would look odd. So now that we have our sprite, we need to create another spaceship flying object. And what we're going to do, when we hit the up arrow key, it's going to turn into the spaceship flying object, and when we release the up arrow key, it'll go back into the still. So it'll give the effect of having a bit of a boost. Now, just like we did with the star, if we right click and we say duplicate, that way we get all those same types of events all set up, event and action pairs, and we just need to modify them instead of creating everything from scratch, so it's a little bit easier. So here we'll call this object spaceship fly, and we'll edit its sprite to object spaceship fly. The other thing we need to look at is on this change sprite. Remember, it's going to change the sub-image of its sprite based on its direction. So we need to make sure, though, that it's using the fly, the spaceship fly. The other thing that will change, oh yes, sorry, set direction and speed. We need to change that to 4 because it's going to be going faster. The speed is going to be 4 because it'll have a boost. Now we need to add another action to this. And remember, we're going to pair this up with the still. So I think if we add the event on this one, so remember we're in the flying one, and when we release the up key, so on release of the up key, we are going to change the instance, and we're going to change into the still. Now if we go into the still one, when we add the event on keyboard up, so when we press the up we're going to change into the instance of the flying spaceship. So if it makes sense to you that when we press the up key, when we're on the still, we'll become the flying object. So we're just going to switch ourselves and we're going to morph into the other object. And then when we're on the flying one, when we release the up key, we're going to change ourselves back into the still. Remember from the last tutorial about comments, so let's add in some code comments here. So release of up key removes boost and object changes back into spaceship still. And we can do the code commenting on the still. So if we go into the up, we'll add another code comment. The up arrow will cause a boost effect by changing the object into the flying spaceship. Now, if we've done all of our programming correctly and we test it, by pressing the up arrow, it should have a boost. When we let go, it's back into the mode of being just a regular spaceship, and our arrow keys can still let it spin around, and it still has the effect of bouncing. So even if I'm in boost mode, I'll still bounce off the walls. In the next tutorial, we'll add the ability to shoot bullets. So saving that now that it works, and we're finished with this tutorial.